Okay, this is video from moments ago. You can see rockets being fired from Gaza. Our reporter Nick Robertson is just over the border from Gaza in Israel. Inside the road. Nick, why don't you tell us what you're seeing? Yeah, we're seeing a massive barrage of Iron Dome intercepts in the sky. Here, you can just make out the tiny puffs of white smoke in the sky. Each one of those puffs is an intercept of an Iron Dome defensive missile system taking down Hamas rockets. And you can see over my shoulder that some of the traces of the rockets themselves that have been fired through the sky, it looks as if those Iron Domes were stopping the rockets going to the two big Israeli towns along the coast. They're Ashkelon with the power station and Ashdod further up the coast. There you could see the missiles coming out from the Iron Dome and intercepting with the rockets in the sky. So literally in less than an hour from here, there's been attacks, missile attacks, Hamas missile attacks on this town start. There's been missile attacks on Tel Aviv as well. We saw those rockets going out, and there have been these rocket missile attacks on Ashkelon and Ashdod, it appears. So at this moment, this afternoon, Hamas is clearly showing it's got firepower left. It's got the longer range weapons that it was always difficult for it to produce. They can reach as far as central Israel. It's got the shorter range ones that can come in here and the mid-range ones that can reach up along the coast. So Hamas is showing that despite all the strikes on it so far, it has the capability and the reserves of rockets to continue firing out. Nick Robertson, stand by if you can, and it is safe. I just want to give people a sense of where you are. You can see in red here is Gaza. If we can put it back up there, this is enrolled right here. This is where Nick Robertson is just over the border from Gaza. He could hear Iron Dome, that is Israeli air defense missiles being shot up into the sky to get rockets that were being fired from Gaza. And as Nick was explaining here, some of the targets of these rocket attacks from Gaza appear to be Ashkelon and Ashdod. Here, Israeli cities right on the Mediterranean coast. Nick Robertson, again, back to you. How constant is this, and do you feel like you're hearing more outgoing? Can you distinguish between the outgoing from Gaza and the air intercepts from Israel? Yes, the outgoing from Gaza, you see, because there's the white trailers behind the rockets. So you see them, particularly the longer range ones. At night, you see them outgoing because of sort of the orange burn. A trail on the back of the rocket, and the intercepts start out as well. But you can actually, I have a rough idea of their firing positions now because you see them come up. You see a little red dot flying through the sky, and then it explodes into a puff of white smoke. You hear the percussion from it when it intercepts with that rocket. The dynamics of how this works. We have a very good vantage point here. All right, Nick Robertson, stand by. You're in Surat. Let's go over to Clarissa Ward. We can see her shot up right now. Clarissa, if you can hear us, you're in Ashkelon, also rockets firing. What are you experiencing? Yes. Okay, we had seen on the Hamas Telegram channel that they were warning that there was going to be some kind of a threat that they told people to leave. By 5 p.m., we got here literally, it's 5 minutes to 5. Air raid sirens start. I was there. I should just say sirens started going off. We were immediately dragged into the bunker by another person here and massive amount of missiles just slamming in all around. We also heard, hi, Fred. We also heard there's other journalists here as well. Obviously, we also heard the Iron Dome intercepting some of them. You can actually smell the smell of the explosives coming from some of the balconies out there. So unclear at the moment how many of these rockets may have made impact or what the damage may be, what the casualty rate may be. But certainly a lot of rockets were fired. The hotel was a relatively secure location. Okay, we're hearing more sirens coming again. So I'm just going to move away from the window and the other shelters over there. Do we want to go towards the shelter? Well, let's just say sorry. So the bunker is this way. We've moved this place, just moving into this bunker here. This is actually where we were when the last barrage came in as well. Every floor of the hotel has a bunker like this. Yeah, you can hear some activity out there. It's not anything like it was on that previous round. I don't know if you're picking up on that. That sounds like maybe interceptions. It's difficult to know, but that's what it sounds like. But it's a bit quieter now. We're trying also to send in some video that we captured from inside the bunker when the first round of rockets went off. But yeah, just wait until see and get some clarity. Yeah, Clarissa, what we're showing, I want to give viewers some point of reference here. You're in Ashkelon. You've got incoming. You guys are in a bunker right now. Stay there with me, if you will. Clarissa, on the other side of your screen, everyone, what you're where you can also see is to rot where there is incoming as well. John's over at the wall, and he can show in relation to what these two areas that we're talking about. As we go back, Clarissa, stick with me as we go back to Nick Robertson. Nick, you're seeing incoming as well. Talk us through it. So the vantage point that we have here, we can see the rockets coming out of Gaza. I can see those rockets coming up. Then there were the intercepts, and that's when Clarissa was getting the warning to go to the bunker. The sirens were picking it up. Clarissa is over there in Ashkelon, close to those power station chimneys. The three big chimneys you see on the horizon. That's where she is, and I'm just sort of going to duck down, I suppose, here to see that so that John can get a better view. So you see the rockets come up where John's pointing the camera now out of Gaza, and then they're flying up into the sky and being picked up by the Iron Dome as I was flying towards Ashkelon, where Clarissa is. And then the Iron Dome kicks off and starts intercepting them. And that's what was the white puffs of smoke. So what Clarissa has experienced at the end of those missiles, we have a position where we can see the missiles going out and being intercepted, some of them being intercepted on their way to where she is. And just before those missiles took off, there were fighter jets in the air as well, and a couple of explosions from Gaza. So it kind of gave the impression that the fighters had gone up. The fighter jets had gone up to try to target Hamas, firing those rockets out of here. Another fighter jet in the sky just now. I can't see it. But typically when Hamas comes out to fire their rockets, typically the jets come on station here and will look for targets. Look for those Hamas militants with their rockets. They're firing positions to take them out. This view from here gives you a very strong understanding of the dynamic of this battle.